better than us?
Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We've got a fantastic show for you today. And oh my goodness, the college football playoff yesterday. What in the world did we just see? Look, Big Tony just said it best. It ain't Saban's Alabama anymore. My goodness, we're going to talk about all of that here in just 1 second. So good to see everybody. We've made it through January 1st. All right, we got through New Year's Day. We're all together. We're all in one piece. Let's go. Now, I'll say this. Speaking of yesterday, if you enjoyed it, I did too. But it came at a price for me, and that price is 0 for 4. All of them got blasted. Texas Tech, nothing burger, 0. Shout out to the Oregon Ducks. Yeah, Georgia minus 6.5. Needed Georgia plus 6.5. Parlay doesn't come through. And Clay, come on, baby. 1 for 5. Clay Thompson, come on. Anyways, 0 for 4. We don't ever hide from it. It is what it is. But I'll say this. It's going to be a better Friday. It can't be a worse one. So let's get after it. It's good to see everybody. Look, Addison said it's Cignetti's Alabama now. My man, hey, and first off, congrats on a great win. And we're going to talk about all those games here in a second. But it might be Cignetti's world. My goodness. Spell Dog. Good morning, crew. My name is Michael, and I don't know ball. My friend, welcome to the crew. I ate it yesterday as well. Absolutely, man. All right, so let's get after it here. Let's see. Pickett. All right, our man, Zach Phelps. Look, Zach Phelps is out here crushing it. I can't speak for myself, but our man, Big Zach, bringing it down. All right, so if you're going to use Pickett, great folks over there. Use promo code Zach Phelps, ZACKPHELPS to sign up and cash in. Join now. Good people there. Good people in Zach Phelps. We love him. All right, let's get after it here. Cap Heights. AB, my first time playing was a disaster with these picks, but let's cash out and try not to crash out. Hey, that's all we could do, baby. That's all we could do as bettors. Those days happen. Michael said it best. Serenity now. No doubt. But I'll tell you this. Hey, snap and clear mentality. All right. Last play didn't go well. Whatever. Snap it. All we can do is attack it. So let's get after it. Let's get the pick. Okay. Now, you have a question to ask yourself today. All right. College basketball. What is going down with Michigan State and Nebraska? How are you getting down with this? All right. I'm going to take Michigan State plus 2.5. Now, we're going up against a problem, and I'm going to explain that here in just a second because Nebraska, they don't lose at home. And I love Nebraska, folks. I'm not trying to jinx you. I'm not trying to do any of that. All right. But I want Michigan State here plus 2.5. Okay. Now, college football. We have bowl games today. What are you doing with them? Who's getting down in bowl games? We're going to talk about all of them. Give me Arizona and SMU over 51.5. I don't think there's going to be a lick of defense played in this game. I say that, and it's 7-3 going into the fourth. These bowl games are just heart attacks, man, left and right. But I think we have an edge in this one. I think. Look, Jinxie said, hey, we're going to talk about this in just 1 second. Jinxie, good to see you, bud. Anyone like Cincinnati? Yeah. How you getting down with that? All right, let's talk about that 1 second. All right, so Arizona SMU over 51.5. Give me Jalen Brunson over 3.5 rebounds plus 110. And then give me Texas State money line and Mississippi State money line college football. Yeah, I'm putting 2 money lines together in bowl games. I know. If you're somebody risk averse, I hope I said that, pronounced it correctly. Do what you will with bowl games. Now, here's the other thing. And my man Blade said Nebraska is great at home. Go Big Red. Absolutely. Nebraska is absolutely studly at home. So there's another way to approach today. You take a Louisville basketball money line against Stanford. Okay, they're 9.5-point favorites. And you compare that with Nebraska money line. And again, we're going to talk about this in a second. But Nebraska, and especially Nebraska at home, they're a problem. So if you're saying AB, I'm not touching it. But you also don't want to touch that -2.5. Well, maybe you could look this way. Maybe. Again, plus 107, right? 2 legs, trying to keep it simple. What do you think? Now, we're going to talk about all that in 1 second. But what in the world did we see yesterday? Oregon smoked Texas Tech. What was that, 23-0? Oregon advances. Boy, did anybody get nervous seeing Texas Tech score nothing and then think, uh-oh, Indiana, we might have a problem. We'll keep going. Now, Indiana obviously handled their business. That was a great win. Alabama, that 4th down decision early in that one, that was tough. Ooh, that was tough. But I get the decision, maybe. That was risky. Indiana advances. So we have Oregon and Indiana. All right, semifinal number 1. Now, semifinal number 2, Georgia is gone. Hey, right here. Whale, put some respect on James Madison after watching Texas Tech. No doubt. James Madison came to play, baby. Paul said that coaching carousel with the assistants at Ole Miss is a mess. Yeah, it is. It's all over the board. This college football playoff is all over the board. Right? So, Ole Miss advances. And we talked about it with Miami. Ohio State fans, are you feeling a little bit better now? Now, I'm not making light of the situation, not one bit. It would take me a bit to get over it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not making light of it whatsoever. But how wild is this? Now, okay, so let's set this up, and we're not going to break this down. I just want to set it up because, I mean, it's the college football playoff. So, all right, Miami and Ole Miss. Carson Beck does not get the revenge game against Georgia. He gets Ole Miss. All right, Miami opens up 3-point favorite over Ole Miss. This game is played next Thursday. And real quick, because this is super important, Tina, hi, AB and crew. A day late, but Happy New Year. Tina, Happy New Year to you. All right, how you doing? Surgery and everything, all of it go okay? I know that you had a post-surgery. Yeah, we were all thinking about you, Tina. Big J, you too. All right, Tina, hope you're doing well. So glad to see you. So glad to see you. All right, so Miami opens up -3. Matty boy, I saw you say the bracket. It looks like yours. Hey, we're going to talk about that. We're going to show it 1 second. Yeah. So where you? All right, we're not going to break down the game yet. We've got a week. But Tony said, we know I'm going Miami. Here's the thing. I've picked against Miami twice, and I'm afraid to do it now. I don't want to jinx them. I don't want to mess it up, Tony. Also, we've got some quote-unquote underdogs, right? Like, who's going to be the darling, right? Like, if you don't have a team, are you and I asked you to jump on the bandwagon, so to say, right? Like, for show purposes. Which of the 4 would you choose? Oregon, Indiana, Miami, and Ole Miss? Where would you go? Greg, AB, Texas State money line plus Brad Jackson over 1.5 passing touchdowns plus money. Greg, excellent look, my friend, and thank you. Yeah, great look right there. Super kick. Need to only bet at night. Day games, goose eggs, last two. Yeah. Hey, there you go right there. Super kick. Look, that's a good trend. It might be spot on again. All right. So Miami opens 3-point favorite. Again, we got time. Oregon and Indiana. Indiana opens a 4-point favorite over Oregon. And that's played a week from today. Greg, you go be at that Texas State game? Nice, man. I love it. Yeah, we'll talk about that in 1 second. Nice job. Dude, that's going to be great. All right, Indiana. All right, where are you going? Like, what do you think? Total of 47.5. What was the total on the previous game? 51.5. That's right, obviously. 47.5 here. Hawk, how do you not root for Indiana? 3 months ago, they were the most losing team in D1 history. Yeah. I fall in the same category, right? Like, I love everything about them. Now, I like all 4 teams that we have. It's wild. Didn't expect it. Oh, Addison, good point. Hey, heads up. Start shopping those NFL incentive props today. Good call. And we have NFL tomorrow, by the way. We have NFL on Saturday and Sunday. Obviously, there was no Thursday night game last night, right? That felt weird, didn't it? Yeah. So good call there. Let me say that again. And Addison, thank you for that. Hey, heads up. Start shopping those NFL incentive props today. Good call. All right. So, yeah. So we'll just set this up here. Now, let's take a look at this. And let me put it full screen. College football playoff to win it all. Okay. Indiana plus 135. Oregon plus 300. Miami plus 300. Ole Miss plus 550. You going Indiana? You right now, you could get any team you want at plus money. Let's think about this. Indiana and Oregon. Well, I mean, Oregon and Miami are tied at 300, right? Ugh. DTL Junkie, love the IU play. Let me say this. If you're going to bet, all right, so you were down to the Final Four, obviously. But if you're betting Indiana to win it all, you then start getting into all kinds of different hedge plays and whatnot if Indiana beats Oregon. Right? And what do you do with the other game? Miami and Ole Miss. Now, I'll tell you this. You could search, teams to make the national championship game. But again, they're going to be priced basically at money line of what you have in this game, clearly. But you might catch a book slipping. Right? It's worth a check. They make mistakes too. Yeah. Hey, and you know what? We're going to talk about this in a second too. And great call. Good to see you. Be careful with Stephon Castle assist today. Wimby is out. Absolutely. And we did not put it on the list. I am so glad that you just said this right here. Spot on. Right? I was going to bring that point up because it's still at 6.5, but it's juiced to like minus 150. And the bigger point right here. No Wimby. Right? Great call. Thank you. Yeah, that one kind of stunk because I was wanting to ride it, and then it's like, oh, no Wimby. Be careful. All right, so that's the college football playoff. Now, from the wrestling perspective, Chris Jericho goes over the Undertaker. So we have Chris Jericho taking on Stone Cold Steve Austin. And then look at it. Jeff Jarrett again finds a way to get the promotion behind him. Double J's always going over in the end. Going up against the bad guy, Razor Ramon. This would be one. Actually, if you're looking at it from a pure wrestling perspective, Stone Cold would be your worst technical wrestler. And I'm not saying that Stone Cold was bad. I'm not saying that. But Jericho could go. He could do it all. Double J could do it. And we know Razor. What a Final Four this is. So where are you going? Chris Jericho or Stone Cold? Or you going Jeff Jarrett or Razor Ramon? Jericho defeated Austin and Rock in one match. Hey, I'm telling you. Dude, they're sleeping on him. Y2J, Raw is Jericho. Is that the best, like, WWE debut of all time? Chris Jericho? It might be. Prince, live bet alert. Saudi Pro League. This is soccer. Al Ettifaq. Gosh, I apologize. And Al Akdod. Al Ettifaq money line minus 130. I star it. I'm in because you said it, Prince. I can't say it again. That was a good one. Oh my goodness. And obviously the man knows exactly what he's talking about too. So yeah, there you go right there. All right, let me get the picks back up here. Michigan State plus 2.5 college basketball. College football, Arizona, SMU over 51.5. Jalen Brunson over 3.5 rebounds of the New York Knicks in the NBA. And Texas State money line and Mississippi State money line minus 120. All right, let's talk about some college football here. Maddie, I said Jericho's up there. The Kane debut. Oh, dude, when he ripped the cage, yeah, I'm with you. That's got to be it. Yeah. Prince, that wasn't even my tough one. Now I'm frightened. All right, what do we have here? Let's play a little grab bag of sports. What do we have? All right, college football. All right, so our man Greg's going to be at this game. Greg, hope you have it in great time. And look at this, man. Fort Worth, Texas. Shout out Tarrant County. AB was born there, baby. Love Fort Worth. Always will get love from me. Now I got a little Texas matchup here. Rice and Texas State. Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Celebrating football in Texas. Celebrating the Armed Forces. And we're doing it in Fort Worth. It don't get much better than that. Now, Texas State, 17.5-point favorites at a total of 55.5. All right, weather, beautiful. 70 degrees. Don't even worry about it. Ice. That's gotta be Kane. He crushed it. Absolutely. On the mic, yes. That's gotta be Kane. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so let's do our math on the spread. 7, 14, 17.5. So you're needing 3 touchdowns in a bowl game. I do think that Texas State is going to lay said hammer. Greg, what do you think? We rolling Texas State 17.5? All right, so we've got Texas State on the money line. All right, so we're going to knock that thing down just a bit. Texas State just win the game. All right, now, it brought up in the chat, Navy and Cincinnati. Navy, a 7.5-point favorite, total of 54.5. So, all right, temperature 54 degrees and raining at the Liberty Bowl in Memphis, Tennessee. Well, I'll tell you this. Here's something just interesting. Maybe just to me. My old man was born in Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out, Whitehaven. Let's go. And I was in Fort Worth above. I don't know how that worked out, but shout out, Dad. Let's go. If you're watching, I love you. All right, Navy, 7.5-point favorites. Okay, first, from a spread perspective, Cincinnati's live. Now, here's the nice part. I don't think you're going to get a lot of opt-outs from Navy. I think they're playing. And I have a feeling that they take it seriously. That's the kind of pride I like to see. Now, I think Cincinnati does too, but make sure to check opt-outs and do it for Navy as well, obviously. Do it in every bowl game. But how much does it play in just in your head that you think, all right, Navy's got to show up, right? I mean, I'm asking. I'm not in that locker room. But you would think that if there were any teams well, Navy by 2 touchdowns. Look, Cincinnati's a good football team. But if the motivation factor, which apparently is absolutely what we need to be betting on. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see. But we got more. Arizona SMU, the Trust and Will Holiday Bowl. Super kick. Cincy has some key guys out. There you go. And if you want to check bowl opt-outs, check out our Discord. I know that Zach Phelps and the crew have dropped that in from covers.com. I want to make sure that we give them credit as well, who has a list for every bowl game. So make sure to check that for sure. And again, check it through the day. It's tedious. I understand. Yeah. Arizona and SMU. All right. The Trust and Will Holiday Bowl. I don't know if that was a terrible joke. I'm not even going to finish it. It's so bad. But this game could be pretty good. Johnny boy. If Navy opt-outs, they're AWOL. That's true. Actually, you bring up a good point. They have to play in this game, right? Excellent point, my friend. Johnny boy, I love it. Kirk, good morning, AB and crew. Getting here late. Kirk, hey, we were just talking about you. First off, good to see you, and I hope you're doing great. And number 2, we were talking about Stephon Castle and no Wimby tonight, and that number's juiced as well. So, yeah. Would love your opinions on it. We haven't made a move. Like we were holding off. So, yep, there you go, right there. AB, be careful today with Castle. Play over 6.5 assists. Wimby's out. Bingo. 100%. We were saying the same thing. That's why I love you, Kirk. You're the best. Well done. All right, Arizona and SMU. All right, Arizona's a 1.5-point favorite. Total of 51.5. Again, check opt-outs. Assume the worst. But with that, and in this game, I think both of these teams would just like a nice end to the season. I do. I really do. And they're 2 good football teams. This is going to be a great game. San Diego, California. It's going to be 65 degrees, partly cloudy. It's going to be San Diego. I like the over. I just don't think the effort defensively is going to be there. Again, I say that, and it's 7-3 going on the 4th quarter. Be careful. But who in the world wants to keep hearing, be careful? Like, bro, gets annoying. I agree. So I'm going to roll the over here, 51.5. All right, Wake Forest and Mississippi State. The Duke's Mayo Bowl. I says it correctly. Yes, fire. Agreed. Now, we're heading over to Panther country, Charlotte, North Carolina. Was at the Queen City. Mississippi State a 3-point favorite. Total of 52.5. Okay, let me also say this. As someone who lives in Nashville, Tennessee, has lived in SEC country for a long time. SEC is getting whooped in bowl games. Whooped. My team included. Illinois laid the hammer down on us. Shout out to Illinois fans. Seen a bunch of them around the city for the bowl game and the New Year's. I hope y'all had a blast. Everybody looked like they were having fun. So good, good, good. Now, Mississippi State. I don't know how much I trust Wake. I don't know what you're going to get from Wake. But I think Levy and the boys at Mississippi State, somebody for the conference, it's got to do something, right? Well, no, technically they don't. But I think they do today. And we're not even playing the spread. We have Mississippi State money line paired with Texas State money line. Okay? So Texas State, a 17.5-point favorite. Not that we're saying any bowl game is a guarantee on anything except insanity. But Mississippi State, come on, baby. Shout out to any Demon Deacon fans out there. We ain't pulling against you. Shout out to Chris Paul. Let's go. But, yeah. I'm rolling State here. Seth, how we doing? Our man, Big Seth, ready for this one. All right, so give me Mississippi State on the money line. That was tough to say right there. All right, let me throw the picks back up here. Michigan State, college basketball, plus 2.5, minus 115. Arizona, SMU, over 51.5, minus 115. Jalen Brunson, over 3.5 rebounds. The New York Knicks, plus 110. Texas State money line and Mississippi State money line, minus 110. If you're not feeling Michigan State, all right, you could look to college basketball and say, all right, give me two of them. Louisville money line. We're going to talk about these games in a second. Louisville money line against Stanford. Again, another ACC regional rivalry there. Nothing says the Atlantic Coast like Stanford. That's what we got. Louisville doing a lot of road trips. Then we have Nebraska and Michigan State. And Nebraska doesn't lose at home. Really much ever. But so if you're saying, AB, I'm not going Michigan State plus 2.5 on the road, I'm going with Nebraska on the money line. There you go. You can put those two together, plus 107, or any type of variant that you might feel is worth it. Liddy, shout out whoever in the chat took the first quarter unders in the bowl games yesterday. Yes. How about that? Absolutely spot on with that. Tony, like the parlay today. Yeah, right? Like if you don't want to go Michigan State, yeah, Dyson Daniels over 11.5 rebounds and assists, minus 115. Kirk, let me star that. Thank you. Well done. And again, what a name. Dyson Daniels. That's a cool name, dude. I don't know if I'm cool enough to have a name like that. I'll have to roll with Allen. All right. Man, hold on. Let's talk about college basketball. 1 second. Let's do the NBA in a minute. Never mind. We don't have it. Yeah, we do. All right. College basketball. USC and Michigan tonight, 6 p.m. Central. Where are you going? If you're somebody saying, AB, I haven't watched much college basketball. I haven't watched much basketball. Well, but you're wanting to get into it, welcome in. Coming in at a great time. Michigan has been absolutely smoking, folks. Now, it goes back a little bit. They're not beating people by 10,000 every game, but they were really good basketball teams. This Michigan team is no joke. You see it with the spread. They're playing the 24th ranked team in the country, and they're 21.5-point favorites. That is not a typo. A total of 170.5. 170 with a 21.5-point favorite. Blowouts don't usually lead to overs. But if you get Michigan just being Michigan in this game, they don't have to be perfect, just be Michigan, and you get USC going back and forth with them, there could be 190 points scored in this game. But be careful, too, because with a blowout, and I'm not saying that USC does get blown out, but I mean, Yeah. If Michigan hovers around this number, it could go way under. So really is going to depend on USC and their shooting tonight. But I mean, again, you're looking at USC. SC's 12-1, 1-1 in the conference. Michigan's 12-0, 2-0 in the conference. Louisville and Stanford. All right, so we talked about this in the parlay. Louisville, 8.5-point favorite, total of 157.5. Here's my concern about Louisville. I don't have many. I love everything about this basketball team. I love the energy of this basketball team. Their head coach, Pat Kelsey, is phenomenal, energetic. Scotty said, Michigan turning back the clock to the Fab Five. I know, right? This team is good. Yeah, that's a great point. You're right. But look, Stanford is not a bad basketball team. Now, we're going to find out if this 11-3, like this, early season schedule, how good that it was. But regardless, Stanford is a good basketball team. And to my concern, yeah, we got two of them. So Whale brings up point number one. USC hasn't played since December 21st, and it was against a D2 team. I'm pretty sure they will be rusty. So you have that. Number two, Louisville. Look at their schedule. Here's the thing with this new world of conferences in college sports. And not that this is brand new. We're used to it by now. But on a Friday, like, look at Louisville's schedule, man. West Coast swing. It concerns me because it just human nature, and especially for college kids during the week, during holiday, like all kinds of this stuff. There could be rust. There could be rust for a lot of these teams. And now that you've got look at USC, being in the Big Ten, you're traveling from Los Angeles to Ann Arbor. And again, not that these guys, like, they travel all the time. They're used to it. But, I mean, you see it in pro sports too. Long road swings. So that's why we have Louisville on the money line. 8.5. Again, here's the other part. Louisville is really freaking good. Like, Louisville could make this spread look like a clown show quickly. But I do concern myself that this West Coast swing for them could be, I don't know. Just keep an eye on it. West Virginia and Iowa State. Iowa State is 17.5-point favorite. Cyclone, what do you think, bub? Iowa State, they're 13-0. They're doing their thing. But we start Big 12 play now. So not that we erase these early season records, because no, Iowa State's been playing real deal Holyfield teams. They ain't no joke. But more of what I'm getting at is you start getting to conference play and you start looking at 17.5-point spreads, 21.5-point spreads. Shoot, even 8.5 sometimes. Be careful, right? Cyclone, going to be at that game tonight against West Virginia. This seems like a big spread. I'm just going to be a fan on this one. Big 12 beats up on each other too much. Go Cyclones. 100%. And Cyclone, have fun at the game. That's awesome. Yeah, and that was the point that you said it better than I did. I mean, it's conference play now. Like, we're going to see tighter games. So when you see a 21.5-point favorite, 17, Michigan and Iowa State, they can handle their business. But those are just big spreads. So Cyclone said it best. Just be careful of it. Seattle and Gonzaga. Another one. Seattle 12-3. 1-1 in the Dub CC. Shout out West Side Connection. Gonzaga, 14-1, 2-0 already in the conference. And let me tell you, you see that 14-1? That one came to Michigan. That's it. And Gonzaga's schedule was real. Now, 24.5 point favorites again. Yeah. Z Money, Iowa State wallop Purdue at their house. I altered Iowa State down and Gonzaga down together. Iowa State minus 12.5 and Gonzaga minus 16.5, minus 118. Nice look. Yeah, Iowa State. Yeah. I mean, these teams are they're for real. Now we're just picking out the number and exactly what Z Money just laid out. Yeah. Okay. So the question that we were asking to start this show. You wanted that big game today? Here it is. Prince of Big. Seattle runs a good program. Absolutely. Michigan State and Nebraska. Michigan State has played a schedule. Tom Izzo and them boys. All right, 12-1, already 2-0 in the conference. Seattle Sharks. Gonzaga has not looked as dominant as they usually have. Seattle U has played well. There we go. I'm excited to see it. And it's 8 o'clock Central, so that's 6 p.m. West Coast. Yeah, like I'm excited to learn more about Seattle. Yeah, no doubt. So appreciate the insight, obviously, having a local knowledge. Very much appreciate that. Yeah. All right. So Michigan State, Nebraska. So Nebraska, look, I don't want to jinx you boys, but Nebraska's really freaking good. They're 13-0. All right. And they handle business at home. Period. Point blank. End of story. They do. So that's the question to ask. Okay. Now, you go in Michigan State plus 2.5 or no? It's moving at a point already. Total of 143.5. Z Money Gonzaga, number 22 in SO Seattle SOS strength of schedule 280. Strength of schedule there. So 22 280. I like Seattle usually. Gonzaga is a giant for them. Very interested in this game to see the truth for both. Agreed. And it's one of those times where we say, like, anybody that's kind of jumping in, or not, just jumping in. That's all we can do is watch and learn and adjust, right? So this is one of those games for sure. So yeah, all right. Michigan State, Nebraska. What do you do? Where are you going? I'm going to take Michigan State plus 2.5. It's moved. It's probably going to drop back down. Shop your books, obviously, but I don't know, man. I want to see how long this winning streak goes for Nebraska at home. Nebraska in general. And again, the last thing I want to do is jinx anybody. So let's not do that. But as a bettor, and having seen how good Michigan State is, I can see it. Action. AB, like the Bucks and the Panthers, taking it to the NFL. I trust the Panthers. I trust the Panthers more than the Bucks right now. I can't. As much as I hate to say it, I just can't trust Tampa. I have to go Carolina. Yeah, Blade, don't jinx us. Agreed. I'm trying really hard not to. Like, really hard, because I love Nebraska fans. Z-Money, Jeremy fears Michigan State over 7.5 assists, minus 120. Good look, my friend. Don, I was thinking of taking Arizona money line today in football. I mean, I'm with you. It's tough. Like, tough in any bowl game, but shoot, I don't hate it. SMU had a weird end of their year, didn't they? I like the energy that Arizona is going to have. Apologies to both fan bases for me doing that. I didn't mean to do it. All right, NBA. So Spurs, Stephon Castle over 6.5 assists. We normally go that route. Can't do it. Wimby's out. Spurs 6.5-point favorites, total of 238.5. Scotty says Jalen Brunson threes. Hey, I feel you. I went rebounds, but yeah, anybody going Brunson threes? Nets and the Wizards. Ugh. Nets 1.5-point favorite, total of 226.5. I don't have it here. You let me know. Nuggets and the Cavs. No Nikola Jokic for the Nuggets, and that spread's going to reflect that. Cavaliers, a 13.5-point favorite, total of 240.5. I would be careful betting this game, but if you want to take props on the Nuggets side, they're going to start shooting 1,000,000 threes. Yeah, right here. Jamal Murray threes. Yes. Yeah. Kirk, I'm working on same game parlay for the Spurs and Pacers game. It'd be, hey, appreciate that. Yeah, and if you get it, man, drop that in, please. Seattle, this is Michigan State's only third true road game. Blowout Kentucky, barely beat Penn State. They bring it for the Big Ten opener. Great question. Great question, right? Like that, I think that's the question of the day, like in the biggest sports game, at least at what I see. I'm with you, and we're going to find that out. I'm betting on Izzo to do it, but Nebraska's really good. We're going to find out. Tony said the Bucks are becoming the Lions for me. You can't trust them. Yep. Unfortunately, and I love to watch them. Prince, the Brooklyn Nets, 0-5 money line on back-to-backs. Thank you for that. Good look. Hawks and the Knicks. Knicks, 7.5-point favorites. Total 245.5. So this is why, well, not the only reason why, but I think you're going to get a lot of points clearly in this game. The books do as well. And with Jalen Brunson, I mean, that dude's a Swiss Army knife, right? Like, he can do it all. But the good thing with him is that you're going to get a lot of minutes, and you don't necessarily need massive numbers for his props. So we've got 3.5 rebounds. And I think with just an extended amount of shot opportunities for both teams, because remember, rebounds, I mean, as we all know, can happen offensively and defensively. So, yeah. I'm going to roll rebounds. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop that. I'm going to roll rebounds, but if anybody's rolling threes, I get it. Magic and the Bulls. Magic, 4.5-point favorites. Total of 233.5. I feel like we say this every time. This feels like a play-in game, right? Where you going? Paolo props. Hornets and the Bucks. Not necessarily somebody who likes to bet on not good teams. Say that nicely. Do what you will in that game. Blazers and the Pelicans, do what you will in this game. Blazers, a 1.5-point favorite on the road. The Pelicans are already 6-15 at home. Total 244.5. Big number there. Kings and the Suns. Poor Kings, man. 8-26. 3-15 on the road. Z-Money, Portis points and rebounds is 19.5 on Bet365. Great value to get him, 17.5. Thanks. Nice look. Yeah, I agree with you. I talk about the Blazers and the Pellies. I agree. I'm not sure either. Now, Kings and the Suns, yeah. Just be careful with the Kings. Thunder and the Warriors. All right, we got a good one here. Thunder, 8.5-point favorites. Total of 228.5. Sims, they're on a back-to-back, meaning the Kings. Thank you, my friend. Good look there. Where are we going here? Who's going Warriors plus 8.5? Yeah, Scotty. Who's going Steph threes? Then the Grizzlies and the Lakers. Liddy, what are we doing? Lakers a 3.5-point favorite. Total of 240.5. Prince. Kings team total under 106.5 minus 112. Suns are third ranked defensively at home in points allowed per game. Great call. Great call, my friend. Thank you. Liddy, stay away. We staying away from the Grizz and the Lakers. You know that West Coast rivalry, Memphis and Los Angeles. Yeah. All right. Let me get the picks back up here. Okay. Michigan State plus 2.5 college basketball today, minus 115. Arizona SMU over 51.5, minus 115. Jalen Brunson over 3.5 rebounds, plus 110. And Texas State college football money line paired with Mississippi State college football money line, minus 120. If you're not feeling Michigan State, or you just feeling Michigan State to cover, but Nebraska wins by 1, here you go. Louisville college basketball money line, Nebraska college basketball money line at plus 107. David said SMU plus 3. See you at the pay window. David, I love it. I love it. All right. We'll bounce out of here. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Friday. We'll be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, normal time, breaking down everything, the NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, all that. But it's going to be a great Friday. So everybody have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care. Thank you. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.